Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb, and today we're going to be taking a look at sugar skulls. So this module is definitely not one of the preferred voice bombs, definitely, because of how describing these skulls can be a little bit interesting. But essentially what our goal is our goal is to find these sugar skulls in this center here, and our goal is to do a little bit of calculation. It's a very simple module, but the manual is a bit weird, and it's a bit weird to sight read too. So I'm going to explain how this module works. So our first skull, and one thing to keep in mind, a lot of these skulls look very similar to one another. For example, we have this one on the left, up in the top left here, which I've highlighted right here, and this one right here. They both look very similar, but the distinction between these guys is, for example, the chin, and for example, these two triangle sort of shapes are present in this top left one, but they're not present in the one that I have highlighted right now. So keep that in mind. So just make sure that you happen to have any clarifications, and one of the ways that you can confirm that you're looking at the correct symbols is because there is going to be a formation of a line present here, and that can be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally between each of these big positions here. So for example, it can be like this, it can be like this, or it can be like this. So you will have some sort of arrangement like that, so that's the way that you should know how you've got the correct positions, essentially. So for this first one, we can immediately look for that cross right in the middle. That big cross that you see at the top of his forehead, that's going to be one of the key distinctions here. So let's take a look, and let's see if we can find this guy. So cross, I believe it's U. Let me just make sure there isn't anything else like it. Doesn't appear to be, so that's good. Next up, this guy is a white skull. He has a diamond on his head, and he's got a heart nose, upside down heart nose. So let's take a look for you, right here. And based off of this, the last remaining one should be in the top left. And if we take a look, this guy is indeed perfect. So now, what exactly do we do with this information? So our goal here is we take a look at what we have currently graphed. We have the top left, middle, and bottom right. And what we want to do is we want to take a look at the middle tile here. So we want to take a look at this position right here. And what we need to do is we need to figure out which symbol was involved with this. So we need to figure out which one we got from this position, which was the cross here. So we have this guy on the right here. Now, what we need to do is we need to essentially modify this position. If we take a look back at the module, we can see that each of these guys have different colors as a border essentially around it. This one is purple, this one is orange, as it refers to. It looks a little bit more like a yellow in my opinion, but again, that might be just me being colorblind or something like that. And this one is a red. They will all be different colors, as you can see here. Different colors, and they will only be those three exactly. So what our goal is our goal is to take a look at the middle one here, which in this case is the one with the cross, and that looking at that is a purple. So purple is going to be is going to want us to move one step to the right. And of course, looping around is going to be important here. And what we need to do is we need to essentially go from this cross position, so this guy right over here, and we essentially want to move one to the right, which means going over to the left here, because it loops around. So now what we need to do is, based off of this transformation, we need to figure out which one of these positions is in the left position in its actual cell. So if we take a look, down here, this diamond one was in the left position after we did the transformation, and it doesn't necessarily need to be. It isn't necessarily going to be in the same cell. It can be potentially staying in place, which that would be the exact same one, moving one step to the right, or moving one step to the left. But in this case, we moved one step to the right to the left position, and this diamond guy is in the left position. So this means we're going to select the skull whose position in the cell is the new position to disarm this module. So we're going to hit the skull guy, and the skulls disappear, and just like that, the module is solved. I hope this makes sense. This is a little bit of an interesting one. So now let's take a look at these new skulls. We had the same cross one from beforehand, and we actually have the two guys who actually are a little bit tricky to find from one another. We have this guy with the triangles, and we have U right there without the triangles. So we have U and U. So now, immediately we're going to take a look at the middle position here, which has our cross guy again. So we're going to take a look at this cross guy. He's in the right position, and orange, this orange one, which is currently the border of this cell right here, wants me to move one step to the left. So we're going to move from the right position one step to the left to the middle. And now what we need to do is we need to figure out which skull is in the middle position based off of these other two cells. So, taking a look, it's going to be the one without the triangles on its head, without these additional triangles. It's going to be U. And just like that is a solved module. Now, I would like to get an example that isn't the exact same transformation. This one, I believe, is going to be just, it's moving one step to the right, so it's going to be U. We've had that exact same case before. So now let's take a look at this one. This one is black. It has circle eyes. It's got 2 arrows on the left and right, so that's going to be a, and it's like the top of its forehead, the tippy top, which is going to be right here in the middle. This one, he sort of looks like he has like a piece, like a hair, at the top, and he's got circle eyes. He's got 12 teeth that all look very square and very similar to each other, which is going to be you right here. And this one has sort of like flower eyes. It's white. It's a white background, and he's got a little circle, like a little black circle on the top of his head. So it's going to be you. And just like that, it makes sense. It is all vertical from each other. All of these cells are in the vertical position. So now what we need to do is we need to take a look at the middle position. So the middle position is going to be the dead center again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the skull that is present in this position. It is currently in the middle. So now we're going to apply the transformation that is around the border of this cell here, which is going to be purple. And we're going to move one step to the right, which is going to take me to the right. And now what we need to do is we need to find the skull that's in this position, in right. In the right position is going to be the guy with the weird hat and the 10 teeth, or 12 teeth, and the circle eyes. It's going to be you, since you're in the right position in the cell. That's going to be the one that we're going to press. Just like that, this is all module. Let's take a look at one final example. Let's hope we can get a different one that doesn't include the middle in some way, shape, or form. So this guy's another one that actually people can easily mess up. It's going to be the sort of like the sun eye, I guess, or like almost like the cardinal, like the compass eye or something like that on the left. And the catch with this is it's not the compass eye in general. It's actually going to be because of the fact that there are a series of different strands in its hair. For example, as we can see, there's a lot more in this one. However, there's only like 2 different sets right here. So that's going to be the bottom left guy in this case. And I believe that's actually the only key distinction here is because of the hair, is because of the top of his head. So that's going to be the bottom left for this one. They actually happen to both be in the same position too, so keep that in mind. Next up, this one is going to be it's got a heart and a spade in the top left and top right respectively, and a diamond as its nose. And it's a white background, so that's going to be taking a look at you right here. So this means, based off of this assumption, we have the bottom left and the bottom middle. This should be the bottom right. And just like that, it's going to be the diamond on the top of its head, and the upside down heart is its nose, which is indeed present in that one. So now, taking a look at the middle one on the manual here is going to be the heart and spade on the top left and top right. So we're going to take a look at you. So this is going to be an orange display. Orange display wants us to move one step to the left. So one step to the left from the middle position that it's currently in right now. So we're going to focus solely on you. So in the middle here, we're going to move one step to the left, which is going to take me to the left position. And now what we're going to do is, with the rest of these 2 guys, we're essentially going to we're going to figure out which one is currently in the left position. So you're not in the left position, you're over on the right. So it's going to be the diamond guy who's over on the left in itself. So it's going to be you. And just like that is a solved module. I hope this module makes sense. It took me a bit to learn how to do this one, and I know some people have struggled with this one especially. But hope this tutorial helps, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And of course, if you have any other tips, suggestions for how to sort of describe some of this stuff, of course, figure that out. That's going to be really good for you guys if you guys get a good system. But as always, stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.